Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Alt Kings podcast. I'm your host, Tate, with my co-host, Corbin, and today we have... He's nobody new. He's been here a year ago, WarlockNKey, but this time we're talking about something else. We're talking about this thing called GRELF. I'm curious, who is GRELF? And why is it popping off so much? The number one meme coin on Hedera.
Without question. Did I ever think I was going to get here? No. Let's see. Well, GRELF is a coin based around a spin-off character, Gerbert the GRELF, that I am also repping. I wear this in public, by the way. That I created for Creets. Basically, the story is I used to make Warlock videos where I would be the Warlock, and I would say in a kind of long way that you should buy my Creets. And I thought they were fun for a while, but they were actually kind of hard to make. I had to make them in like one take. And I would always get sweaty because I'd have like the hood over my eyes. And one time I lit my beard on fire. That's a true story.
That's impressive.
The first Warlock video I made, it was like me in my dark room. And I had like a candle. And I was like using it for dramatic effect and like hiding the top part of my face. I hadn't figured out, just put a hood on at that point. And I was like, blah, 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 blah. You should buy them. And the candle like lit my beard on fire. I didn't notice immediately. I just heard like this crackle and felt heat. And I was like, what? Didn't end up using that take, surprisingly.
What a shame.
But I got kind of bored with that same thing over and over again. It's they're very formulaic. And I just thought it would be really funny when I was going to do a collab with Creamies. And I was like, what if I just like turn this into a shit post, essentially? I was thinking like in the shower, like some new dumb voice. And I was just like, hey, why don't you just buy something? And I just started laughing at myself a lot in the shower. Oh yeah, I just want you to buy something. I really at how like unappealing that would be. So I recorded like a whole script. It's the Creets and Creamies collab. Oh, aren't you so excited? I bet. And I was like, I need like a face for this. I can't use mine. People already know it from the Warlock. I don't want to draw a 2D image. I don't have enough time. So I went to Dolly and I literally typed in for the prompt, gross, sweaty, balding man, realistic. And I just like, I had like a bunch of credits because I was like one of the early people. And I was just like hitting it over and over and over again, being like, no. Found this kind of weird looking one. I was like, that's kind of cool. Did like variation, make a variation. Went way down the rabbit hole. Eventually, Gerbert the GRELF popped up. And just something about him just caught my attention and held it for a really long time. And I was like, okay, this is the guy. I got it. This is the guy. So that's how it started. I made a bunch more videos with him afterwards because I wouldn't say people responded well. A lot of people hate him. And this is before GRELF token. I know a lot of people hate meme tokens. People hated him.
Yeah.
And I thought that was the funniest thing ever.
Because there's no reason to hate him.
Yeah, it's just a picture. Yeah. It's just, they're like, he's creepy. I would get DMs. Hey, Warlock, stop using him in your videos. You're killing your brand. And I'm like, first of all, I'm pleased that you're like worried about my brand, my Creets brand. That's just me drawing little pictures. I'm pleased that you're worried about my brand. I don't think he's hurting my brand. Obviously, not at this point.
Nope.
But any like poll that has ever existed for Gerbert, like I did one on Twitter a long time ago, like, do you love him or hate him? It was 60-40. More people loved him, surprisingly. When I wanted to get the token eventually listed on Saucer Swap, 60-40. When I wanted to get the farm, 60-40.
Wow.
It's always that spread. He's a controversial figure. But yeah, people really, really didn't like him. And I thought that was so funny. So I just, of course, kept putting him in stuff more and more because I would just laugh. Yeah. And I made the token actually a long time ago in August 2022. And at the same time, like a lot of like smaller tokens were coming out on Saucer Swap and they didn't know what to really do. So they literally just before mine was going to get listed, they like froze it. They put a hold on listing new tokens. So that means you couldn't see it on the site at all. You had to manually add it. And that's horrible for growth. It's not going to work out. So it like slowly died. And then like a month or two ago, I felt bad for a lot of people who put money into it for it to die. So I basically told them like, hey, like I'm going to pump it myself and buy some back so you guys can get out. And they were like, okay, cool. A lot of them already got out. Luckily.
I don't know about luckily, but.
Well, yeah, I guess. Yeah. Never mind. So at the same time, I was also like, hey, it's not really worth much, but I can at least do like an NFT staking thing for GRELF tokens, even though they're not worth much. Do like 100 GRELF tokens a day for you. That has been downgraded. Believe it or not. Downgraded that pretty fast. But after that, I was talking with Saucer Swap people. I was like, hey, can I get GRELF listed? I mean, like, I'm not greedy or anything. It's just like these people, they want to swap their airdrops and they can't see the thing. And they're like, what do you mean he's not listed? I was like, he's not listed. They're like, well, did you fill out the form? I was like, yeah, like August, September, I filled out the form. Like, oh, we don't check that. That's like old. We have a new form.
You're at the
I was like, oh, can I have this new magical form? It's like, yeah, it's fine. It was like listed the next day.
Incredible.
And I was just like, oh.
It was that easy.
Okay.
Love that.
And then it just started going up a lot. And it's been crazy. I mean, I like freaked out when it was 1 cent. And then I started having stress dreams about price stuff. It's at 25 now. It got up to 36 cents. And a whale dumped this morning, which, you know, some more supplies spread around. It actually dumped down to 18 cents though, and got slurped back up to 25, 26. So
holy shit.
I'm not too worried.
This could go to $1.
Yeah, it moves a lot. It's a big mover.
And what I'm looking at GRELF like, I'm trying to compare it to Quant, but I can't because I'm not. None of this is financial advice. Just it's only 6.6 million supplies, so that's going to get scooped up fairly quick if this continues to gain traction. There's people who are making like TikToks, YouTube Shorts, just posting as much GRELF content as humanly possible around the space now. I'm seeing, and it's like,
yeah.
It's insane to see because, I mean, we don't have meme tokens on Hedera, but this is first of its kind, and it's quite intriguing, I guess you could say, because now you can put a face behind it, not necessarily WarlockNKey, but you have the GRELF face himself, and it's just like awesome.
Yeah, a lot of people were just like, what is this?
I think it was only a matter of time before something you did eventually blew up, and to be honest with you, Gerbert blowing up, I'm not even surprised. Like, honestly, it's so brand for you.
And it's kind of like,
I literally created him to be off-putting.
Yes.
I don't know if you've seen Warlock, but a lot of your other NFTs are going up in floor price as well. I just checked Zeus last night, and I saw like 3 of your different types of NFTs. It might have been only 2, but your Creets, the floor price on those is like 4,000 hbar now. That's like crazy to see.
Eesh.
Well, there is a reason for that. I do have a bit of alpha to share. I don't know if you remember, but even before Saucer Swap existed, I think that I created the first meme token, which was Creet Coin, which I know Rudon remembers.
Yep.
Where the whole point was that it was worthless. I also take credit for being the first token swap on Hedera, because people would send me like 1 hbar and I would manually send them 1 Creet coin. I'd be like, you just lost money. These are worthless. But Creet coin as a meme coin never took off, because when SauceSwap eventually happened, they were like, okay, let's create the liquidity pool. And I'm like, I don't know anything about this. I have never done anything with this. What should the ratio be? And they're like, it should be like 1 for 1, because that's how the swap happened. So I could barely put any of the supply into the liquidity pool because that was expensive. HBAR was expensive back then.
Yeah.
And I didn't have a whole lot. Like, I'm more successful now, but back then I wasn't exactly selling a lot of NFTs, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So not a lot of supply got out there. Could never really get traction. So what I have done, this is kind of a stealth launch, but I have removed all liquidity from Creet coin. I was like 99.7% of it, so other people weren't doing it. And I've created a new token. People who have old Creet coin can essentially swap their Creet coin for the new one, but so I'm going to clear my throat. I've reduced the supply by 99%.
What is that?
Wow.
So you'll get the 1% equivalent of the new Creet coin. New Creet coin supply is 666,777. If you have old Creet coin, you can send it to 0.0.666777.
Nice.
And within a few days, you'll get your equivalent. It's not listed on Saucer Swap officially yet. Doing a little bit of a stealth launch. It's been successful already, but since it was kind of like the OG meme coin that I created, I wanted to bring it back. I'm not going to make 15,000 other coins. This is it.
That was my next question.
This is it. It's not like, oh gosh, I want more money. Haven't made any money from GRELF, to be fair. It's just it never got a chance. It never got a chance. I wanted to give it a chance. And if GRELF is going to be a breakout hit, he has always been part of the Creets brand. So I wanted to have kind of a, like a pair token. Like, wasn't there like doggy tokens will have like a leash token or something?
Sure,
they're paired.
Yeah. Makes sense.
Yeah.
Just 2. That's it. Okay, everybody. The supply is obviously mega small, so the price is like pretty high, but the market cap's small. I think GRELF got up to like a $2 million market cap. Which, yeah, I know.
Nice.
That's a lot.
Quite nice.
Yeah. Creet right now, it just launched like yesterday, last night.
Sure.
It's like at a 100K something market cap. But yeah, I want them to exist together. My main thing's going to be GRELF because of one reason. It is hilarious that is there. It is so funny. Last night I was looking at the because it was just announced that the GRELF farm on Saucer Swap was live last night, and I was just looking at the little ad they released. It's like hbar in this like city. It's supposed to look cool, and then you have like the other token. It's just this weird goblin man face.
It fit well.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, get excited. It's just like
doesn't fit in the city.
No, it's so funny to me. It's so funny to me. So that's why he's going to still be my main focus. He's easier to make memes of. People can kind of get the concept quickly, but I just wanted to, while I was doing it, make a pair token, because the later you wait, people are going to accuse you of whatever.
Makes sense.
So that's it. Just those two.
What's the supply of GRELF?
6.6.
6,606,666.
Gotcha.
So 7 6s. Crete is much smaller.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Not bad. What I'm curious about is, I mean, think about just somebody who's invested $1,000 at 1 cent of GRELF token. And now they could be they're a quarter of the way to 6 figs if they had sold around 25 cents. That's quite insane. Just from something that has,
just from Gerber.
It's got magic. That's all it's got. It's got the magic within. How do you feel about this,
he's a
Warlock?
magical boy. I feel pretty much every day I wake up surprised. It's cool.
It's another GRELFy day.
It's another GRELFy day. It's stressful. I remember like the night before it like did a huge jump to 9 cents. I had a dream that it was going to go to 9 cents. And I woke up like, oh, it's just a dream. Thank goodness. That would have been crazy. And I checked the price. I'm like, I'm worried that I'm like in a coma or something. Like I fell into an alternate dimension where things work out for some reason. Because my history in like the Hedera NFT space and whatever is just like, it went okay, I guess. Like I try a lot of stuff. I fail a lot. I'm used to failing. My whole life's just been like a bunch of failures, but you just keep getting back up.
Got that right.
Keep trying new stuff. Keep being weird. And I guess apparently eventually it'll work out. You never know what the future is going to look like with this kind of stuff. I am good at taking advantage of situations. I'm going to try to introduce longevity with GRELF in various ways. I'll have more like specific stuff and specific announcements planned once I've like, I need to like sit down and do some math, honestly, and outline what I'm going to be doing with GRELF and Creet, which is probably why some of the NFT floors have gone up. But my main point with this stuff, specifically with GRELF, is I've been able to break out of our little bubble. And that is difficult to do. It's difficult for the hbar Foundation to do. It's difficult for Hedera marketing to do for various reasons. Meme coins get attention because of degeneracy, and people can get excited about something simple, right? I get a lot of criticism, and I'm fine with it. I don't care. From people like, oh, we shouldn't have meme coins on Hedera. First of all, I don't know what that means. There should be a ban.
There's a cult to go.
Ban GRELF. I don't like looking at them. Well, I would understand that.
40% chanting.
Yeah, I don't really get it, but people are like, we're a serious ecosystem with some serious tech. Yeah, Hedera has fantastic tech. Sure would be nice if people could find that out. How are they going to find that out? Well, they should just watch my 30-hour YouTube deep dive. No, we're not doing that. Are you crazy? No, they find out the network's good the same way I found out the network is good, by using the network.
Exactly.
So if you get people to come on to the network and buy some GRELF or whatever, they'll be like, hey, wait a minute. This was really easy and really cheap. What? So yeah, we're getting people on TikTok making stuff like, here's how you make a hash pack. Here's how you get on Saucer Swap to get GRELF. People on YouTube, various people I don't know. You think I have the money to pay these people? The amount of conspiracies that have been thrown my way You wouldn't believe it.
It's only
Like
going to
the
get
amount
worse.
of reach that people think I have. Like he's influencing them behind the scenes. Bro, I'm over here with a Gerbert shirt. Wait, I ain't influencing anything.
And a Creets water bottle or jug.
And a Creets water bottle.
It's the ultimate psyop.
What? I ain't influencing nobody. The saucer swap devs are in on it, I tell you.
Next, we're gonna see
You
GRELF
think they
on
wanted to buy
Coinbase.
that?
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah. If that ever happened, then I would just be like, the world's not real. I fell into like a pocket universe. I hope I get out, but
Yeah.
so something happened. But yeah, my main mission is going to be onboarding, is going to be breaking out, since it can get attention, bring some people in, because it helps everyone. Helps me, obviously, more attention, but it helps Hedera. It helps people understand what it is, helps people spend their money here, provide more value to the network, and use this crazy thing, because it is so good. It's so good. Would be nice if people found out. So, I try to tell people that. I try to be nice when, people are like, I hate him. I'm like, whoa, calm down, man. A lot of people are salty they didn't get in, but don't be salty. Don't be sad if you didn't get in. It's a bald, creepy goblin man token. Were you supposed to predict that? I didn't predict that. I had no idea. I put up like 10K my own money and liquidity. I was pretty sure that was just going to go bye-bye. So don't feel bad. GRELF has a long future ahead, mostly because, it is one of the only meme tokens that has really broken out. It's become a central point because there has been a there was a vacancy that needed to be filled. And this kind of energy, this kind of thing is not something Hedera has ever focused on. And I think to the ill. I think this is something that maybe they don't feel comfortable tackling. That's fine. I will tackle it, right? Any way you can approach a problem, any different way you can approach a problem is going to get you closer to solving it. And the problem we have right now is adoption. So that's kind of my mission statement going forward with GRELF is get that ugly face out there. I made like a GRELF explanation video for when I wanted to get listed on Saucer Swap. Saying like, it's a meme token. This is where it comes from. This is why, you can check it out on my Creets YouTube. And part of it, I said, you might not think so. Like maybe you think like, oh, the meme token for Hedera should be like a Mance dog or a Lehman cat. But GRELF is actually a really good representative for Hedera because he is odd, unique, has a heart of gold, but provides results. So
he's sustainable.
Plus, he's unique to Hedera. It's not like another Shiba Diba doggy woggy. It's specifically from our network, only created for stuff on our network, not based on anything else, completely original. So I think it's maybe you don't want to be represented by a goblin-y bald guy, but too bad. He actually fits pretty well. Plus his head's kind of circular, and the Hedera, it's like a circle with an H.
Yeah.
Yeah. And what letter is close to H?
G.
G.
You heard it here first.
Yeah. That's some true alpha right there.
Yeah.
You might not have heard it here first. You might have heard it in elementary school. Why am I blurry?
Yeah, the multiverse is shutting you out now. That's you fading away.
Yeah.
Oh no! Back to my lame life.
That's incredible.
Now, do you think that GRELF might be able to be used to buy future Creets collections?
Well, I think Hedera Sentient Launchpad enabled that kind of functionality, right? That you can use like HTS tokens? So. I think so.
Yeah.
I don't know for sure.
Yeah, I was thinking
maybe everything I say is wrong. Consider that, viewers. Consider everything I say might be wrong.
And none of this is financial advice.
Advice.
None of this is financial advice. basically, anytime I speak, you should be thinking to yourself, should I take advance? Should I take like financial advice from this person? And the answer is no. Don't do it. Just put that blanket statement there now.
So what are your thoughts, Warlock, on, well, so now you're in the top 10 for like total volume when it comes to like tokens on Saucer Swap. What are your thoughts on just regulations in the United States with currencies?
My thoughts are, I'm not promising anything, SEC. You don't got to worry about me, baby. You know, it's just a collectible. Okay? You just, hey, SEC, honey, you just calm down. All right? We're all fine here. Real answer, there's so much we don't know.
Yeah,
My hope is that, I don't know, they write some specific laws that might address some of these issues, and then I can do what those laws say. Because at this point, they're like, well, haven't you filled out 8,000 forms and registered as a business and all that stuff? Like, bruh, it's been a week. I didn't know any of this stuff was going to happen. I haven't taken any money out, like pay taxes. On what? On what? I haven't taken anything out.
Future capital gains. That's what they want you to pay taxes on. They want you to pay taxes on things for the future, not now.
Yeah. I know you want my money, but I don't. Yeah. You need to be a little more clear on how I can give it to you. Like I will abide by the law. It's just like so much stuff they don't even have any laws for. They're just like, you guys figure it out. Like, what's the point of the IRS? I don't get it. Like, we totally know how much you owe, and we're gonna get you in trouble if you don't pay it, but we can't tell you.
Are you relaying us what do you stuff mean? That they email you? Or send you in the mail? Are you getting pestered by the IRS now, Warlock?
No, I just conceptually, nobody's bothering me. Conceptually, I'm just like, so you know how much I need to pay and you're going to get me in trouble if I don't pay it, but you want me to figure it out? And if I do it wrong, you're going to get mad at me? Mm-hmm. Why don't you just tell me?
Yeah.
Well, we might make a mistake and then you wouldn't pay us as much tax.
Good.
That's okay. Yeah, that's fine. I'm very used to the government making mistakes. It's just the whole like tax system. It can't work the same going forward. I'm sorry. Financial integration is completely different. The financial landscape is completely different. And I'm not even talking about just crypto. Just like we have not adapted to the digital age at all, really. The banking thing's a great example. People are just like, oh man, the stuff that happened in 2008, they're still doing it. What? Yeah, of course they're still doing it. They made a shit ton of money and then they lost it and then they got bailed out. What are they going to do? Oh, the same thing? Yeah, duh. Why would they do that? Because why wouldn't they do that?
Yeah.
Like if you made $1 million trying to rob banks and then the police were like, hey, those banks don't have a lot of money anymore. Let's give the banks more money. You're fine, burglar. Go away. You're good. Go home. Enjoy your money. What would you do? You would go back to robbing the banks. They're just going to get filled. What's the problem? So, I don't even blame these people. The government is they just don't want to write new laws or something. I don't know. They're just like, I don't want to figure this out. It's too complicated. Yeah. Welcome to our life. I bought Goober token and I swapped it for 18 fizzles. Took those fizzles, staked them in a Bing Bong farm. Got 18 Bing Bong NFTs. Gonna trade those. Ooh, the floor price went up for my GIP-GOP token. Now I got 50,000 GIP-GOPs. It's time for me to put them in the liquidity pool. Oh, people have been buying and selling. Now my token ratio is completely different. Okay, I took that stuff out. Okay, do taxes now. What?
That's amazing. That was perfectly
Yeah,
explained.
did you track all that? Did you track all that on this new technology just exists now?
Well, now we can.
Didn't exist a year ago.
Hashback has that CVS, is it the CSV file at the very bottom of the Hashback wallet that you can see all of your transactions, I believe? I don't know.
Well, yeah,
I don't think it's comprehensive, my man.
It's not. Yeah, a lot of the tax software is not like up to date for what hbar is doing. So like on my tax software, I'll be looking through it, I'll be like, oh, there's 70 transactions from like 2 months of yep, we don't know where this went to this, and it's just all taxed. Yeah, we're just gonna tax all of it.
Just pay us $1 million, okay?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We don't want to figure it out either, okay? It's just like they need to just restructure it. They need to make it simple. There's honestly, there's no reason it has to be as complicated as it is. Like maybe some people who do their own taxes are like, what do you mean? I just have a W-2. It's fine for me. Yeah. Yeah. It's fine for you. Like I'm self-employed. I don't even get a sweet W-2. I got to figure out all my own stuff and all this other stuff. Like, give me a break, man. If you want people to pay taxes, help them pay taxes.
Or just
tell them what to do.
Instead of like hiring 5 billion IRS employees for no reason.
Yeah, that's true.
So they can audit the little man.
Just squeeze every dime. But if the bankers just like destroy our economy and hold it for hostage every like 10 years or so, that's just part of life. But God forbid you sell your bing bongs without giving us a tax. Keep them bing bongs.
Yes, the bing bongs are very important. But I have a macro question for you. Okay, big time, right? All right. So all these big banks are collapsing, right? Credit Suisse almost defaulted. At Silicon Valley, we had Signature. All of these banks are collapsing. Do you believe that this is good or bad for crypto?
I think it's good. I think it's good. Less confidence in traditional financial markets is good for us. And also, people getting used to stuff being decentralized and spread around instead of just like hyper leveraged everywhere is good. Now, does this kind of stuff not happen in crypto? Of course it happens. But we can get better at stopping it.
Yeah.
That's the difference. We can improve and fix these problems. It's like when the Sam Bankman-Fried stuff came out, everybody's like, bearish. I'm like, bullish. I knew that guy was going to get busted. Thank God. Finally, we can kind of move past this. It was always going to happen. Better now than later. Give me a break.
Playing League of Legends on business calls.
That's so bad.
I went to SmartCon and they like, he was like an interview. They like zoomed in like a guest speaker. And I was sitting next to my co-host Deepak, and he was just like, he's like, oh, I hate this guy. Oh, he's totally gonna get busted. Even I didn't think like he was that right. It was like 2 months before he got busted. Wow. He's like, oh my God, this guy is so awful. I hate this dude. And like people you could see the back of his office. Like 2 dudes were just like day trading in the back during the interview. And then I guess like someone told them like, hey, you're like being live streamed to a conference. Like, don't do that. And they were eventually like, oh, and they like packed up their stuff. It was so funny.
How drugged up in the background.
We like went into like an after party. We went to an after party. He got in an argument with some guy who was like a big Solana fan. And they got into an argument about like he was saying like, no, he's going to get busted. He's going to jail. He was like getting like really amped about it. And the Solana guy's like, no, like he's not going to go to jail. You're crazy, blah, blah, blah. So I think about that guy every once in a while. Like, what did that guy think when like a month or 2 later, he read the news? He's like, oh,
he was right.
Oh, no, he wouldn't. He would probably be like, well, actually, people justify that kind of stuff. Yeah. No, the way I remember it, I was actually telling him that he was going to get busted. That's the way I remember it.
Oh my god.
Love that.
Well, little did you guys know, if you tuned in this far, Warlock is actually the voice behind the Rebel Barboons.
It's true.
Mhm.
Also, the saucer swap tutorial videos
Nice.
as well. Though those voices are a bit different.
I want to hear your best royal voice. Say if you were the king of Creets. Obviously you are, but let's see.
Okay, let me see if I can be not blurry. Well, hello. I'm the king of Creeds, and I want you to come to my kingdom. Try not to read any innuendo out of this voice. It's all on the up and up. Check out my big scepter. That's how I would do the king of Creed.
You're sold.
You're hired.
I just bought you out,
Thanks.
Warlock. Welcome to the Alt Kings.
Oh yes.
Now we'll just be taking
My audition.
half of the GRELF token supply and 5%
I wish I
royalties.
still had half the GRELF token supply.
How much is circulating, would you say? Or do you know?
What counts as circulating?
Anything in the
Like,
open market. Say if a millionaire came in and wanted to buy whatever the hell they could of GRELF. What is out there to be bought?
Well, I mean, I guess everything is circulating except the stuff that I have then, right? In the LP right now, I think there's like 400,000 left
Gotcha.
out of the 6.6
Oh,
million.
wow.
But I mean, it's circulating into people's
Yeah,
wallets.
that's-
Like a lot of
yeah.
people have bought it up.
Unless they sell
Yeah.
that.
So I would say if we're just counting like this, I hold 1.1 million personally.
Okay.
So subtract that. That's pretty much what's circulating. I put a lot out there. I would have put more in the LP if I could, but didn't have more than 10K to randomly throw into a meme coin. But I did also put 10K into Creet coin too. Because, man, some of them farms are good. Especially when the Hedera network got shut down and I didn't take any of my money out because I was asleep. And then I was like, well, it'll probably be fine. And then they shut it down, so I really couldn't take it out. But my APR on those farms I was in went up a lot. So it ended up being fine. Luckily, same thing as the banks. Like, they just put more money into the pool that got slurped. Just bailed it out. Love that.
We sure do, unfortunately. But we make the best of it.
Yeah, get your hardware wallets now.
I do need to buy one, but I don't think they support HTS.
Yeah, I don't think they support GRELF yet, but that'll be soon in the works.
Citadel will, I bet.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm gonna wait for that ledger support. Should be in a month or two, they say.
Not bad.
We'll see.
That's it for me, Warlock. I appreciate your time once again. I mean, Corbin.
Love it.
I mean, GRELF as a whole is what's fueling Hedera. Lehman,
I would say GRELF is responsible for Hedera. Yeah.
GRELF is Hedera. Goodbye.
GRELF is GRELF is the next Barboons.
GRELF is the next GRELF, is what I like to say. Because a lot of people who missed out are like, what's the next GRELF? What's the next GRELF? Well, I do have the Creets token, but GRELF is the next GRELF. We have a lot more to grow, both for GRELF and for the ecosystem. Things are only just beginning, baby.
Let's go. And with that being said, this has been the Alt Kings podcast, and we will see you all next episode. Peace. Let's go.